What is good? My Rags and Fitness people, my Rags and Fitness folks, my Rags and Fitness fam. It is your man Rags back off up in this thing. And when I tell you I'm up in it, I'm talking about I'm knee deep all the way off up in it. Guys, please do yourself a favor, do us a favor, do everybody a favor, do the world a favor. And please keep God first in everything that you do and shake all of the haters off. And for all of my Crimson Tide football fans, can I please get a roll, tide, roll, baby? Yes, what a grand old day. What a great day that God has given us, man. And today, we're going to be here to discuss some football. We're not going to be talking about Alabama and West Kentucky. We're going to be talking about Notre Dame and Texas A&M. Can you see the title? Can you see the title? That's what it says. We're going to be talking about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish versus the Texas A&M Aggies, right? Now, what are we going to be talking about with these guys, man? Let's start off by talking about Texas A&M, right? Texas A&M. They lost a pretty good amount, man. We all know they lost Mr. Jimbo Fisher that hired Mike Elko from Duke, right? They lost their top producer, quarterback, Max Johnson. They lost him to North Carolina. He transferred out to North Carolina with Mac Brown, right? So what are these guys, what are they going to get, right? These guys are going to be starting Mr. Connor Wegman, right? That's going to be the guy that they're going to be starting, right? And what kind of productivity does he have, right? Let's talk about it right here. It says here this guy has 82 completions, 119 attempts with 979 yards. Now that's only starting about 4 games. It looks like he started. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but this guy also can run the ball a little bit. Now he had 12 attempts, 63 yards with 2 touchdowns. So that's what you're going to get with Mr. Connor Wegman, right? We don't know a whole lot about Connor Wegman right now. Like I say, Mr. Max Johnson was the guy starting the season last year for those guys. It didn't turn out too good for him. He went out to Miami. It didn't work out that good. So these guys are going to be playing now with Mr. Connor Wegman at the helm, right? They're going to be returning Mr. Jade Walker, right? That's the receiver, right? We're talking about the receiver core right now. Who is Mr. Connor Wegman going to throw to? Mr. Jade Walker. He's got 35 receptions, 590 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's going to be the leading receiver returning right now. You got Noah Thomas, 29 receptions, 359 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's going to be another guy that Mr. Connor Wegman is going to be looking to. And you also have a transfer from Louisiana Tech and Cyrus Allen, right? So Mr. Connor Wegman is going to be dependent on these guys a lot. He's also going to be dependent on the tight end that they got, a transfer from Fresno State, right? These are the guys that Mr. Connor Wegman is going to be counting on. What is the offensive line going to look like? I don't know. We don't know what they're going to look like. We don't know how productive they're going to be, but we will see come soon, August 31st. It's going to be on Notre Dame, Texas A&M. Let's talk about the defense a little bit. The defense, they're going to be they lost some key players, right? They lost Edgerrin Cooper, Damani Richardson, Walter Nolan, LT Overton. Some of the guys went to the NFL. A lot of guys just transferred out, right? You know, that was the fallout from Jimbo Fisher leaving the squad, right? And they had 5 transfers actually coming in. So we don't know what this defense is going to look like, guys. They wasn't that good last year. We don't know exactly what they're going to do, right? Mr. Mike Elko, he's a great coach, good coach over there at Duke. He's coming to the SEC now. It's a different type of ball. We're going to see what he's going to be able to do with this defense that he got. Like I said, with 5 transfers coming in and losing key players, right? So that's the productivity that you're going to get from Mr. Connor Wegman, his wide receivers. And let's talk about the running backs. I'm sorry about that. I missed the running backs. Let's talk about it, right? Their leading running back they're going to get back, I think his name is Amari Daniels. He's a redshirt junior. He had 535 yards last year, 6 touchdowns, 14 receptions with 102 yards at the backfield, right? Not bad, young man. Then you're going to have the 1-2 punch. You're going to have Le'Veon Moss, this is junior, right? 484 yards, 5 touchdowns, 11 receptions with 84 yards, man. So they like to throw out the backfield a little bit, right? What they did last year. But with Mr. Mike Elko, we don't know what we're going to get right now with these guys right here and what productivities we're going to get out of these guys. But that's the 1-2 punch you can look at running back is Amari Daniels and Le'Veon Moss, right? And as far as Texas A&M receivers go, like I said, we got Jade Walker, Noah Thomas, and Cyrus Allen, which is the transfer from Louisiana Tech. So, Texas A&M, what do you got? What are you going to do? Let's talk about your opponent, Texas A&M, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, right? Now, we all know that Notre Dame, they lost their quarterback, Mr. Sam Hartman. He was a transfer from Wake Forest, right? Great productivity. He was a pretty good quarterback for these guys, right? They're seeking a little bit more. And guess what? They got a little bit more in Riley Leonard. I'm sorry about that, guys. Now, Riley Leonard, man, he's a highly touted quarterback. When he entered that transfer portal, you know people wanted him, but he had one school in mind, and he was thinking about going to Mr. Marcus Freeman and those Fighting Irishes, right? This guy right here last year, it says here, he started all 7 games in which he played for the Blue Devils, going 95 and 165 and 1,102 yards, right? That's a 57.5% completion rate. And he also had 3 touchdowns. Ooh. So he rushed 58 times for 352 yards, 44 yards was the longest, and 4 touchdowns. So that's Mr. Riley Leonard as a junior, right? With the Blue Devils. He didn't play many games, right? But that's the productivity you're going to get out. This guy has a high ceiling, right? He's a very sought after quarterback. The NFL is already looking for this guy, man. So, hey, man, he's going to be, like I say, a highly touted guy. Now, what he's going to be working with over at Notre Dame, right? He's got a transfer wide receiver, Bo Collins, that's coming from Clemson. He's going to be the guy with the most productivity, right? 38 receptions, 510 yards, 3 touchdowns. Can he come over and gel with these guys and Marcus Freeman? I believe Marcus Freeman got something very good going on up there in South Bend, right? You got Jordan Faison, 19 receptions, 322 yards, 4 touchdowns. You got Jayton Greathouse, 18 receptions, 265 yards, 5 touchdowns. You got you lost your leading rusher to the NFL, right? And Love and Price is going to be returning to the backfield with Notre Dame, right? So right now, looks like Notre Dame is going to be put together. The offensive line, from what I've been hearing, they're gelling together. They're going to be big and dominant. Notre Dame's defense is pretty much put together. I think they lost a few guys, but they got a lot of those guys coming back. A lot of young guys too. They got a mixture. They got some graduate guys, and they got some younger guys coming in too. But Marcus Freeman is in love with that. He said he think it's a great mix right now. And he's liking where his team is at right now. He said they're going into an upward trajectory. So we can look for good things out of Notre Dame. So, guys, with all that being said, should Rags pick a team? Who should Rags pick between Notre Dame and Texas A&M? If I had to put my money on it, with Texas A&M being in such a debacle last year, losing their coach, the fashion that they lost him, they got a good coach now. Just 1 year under the helm, right? I mean, well, first year under the helm, first game, he's going to be coaching. How can I say this, guys? Marcus Freeman is putting together a great team out there, but they're going to be playing this game at the 12th man. So that stands for something, right? Playing that game at the 12th man, it's always hard. It's never easy. But I'm going to have to do it, guys. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to say Notre Dame is going to go into the 12th man. They're going to go to College Station, and they're going to pull it off. They're going to beat Texas A&M. They're going to go into SEC country. Notre Dame now, independent, and they're going to smack Texas A&M. It's going to be the second year in a row that Texas A&M is going to lose an opening game. They went to Miami and lost, and now they're gonna be at home and they're gonna lose. Notre Dame is looking for the playoffs. Texas A&M, I don't even believe they're gonna sniff the playoffs, and I believe Notre Dame is gonna pull that game out. Notre Dame will win by at least 10 points, at least. So, guys, I know you love looking down into the depths of my eyes, but hey, man, I got to get out of here. I got things to do, people to see already. Yeah.